food, but
That's
that's not
fine.
going to affect things.
Yeah, like recording is live. Sheets are open. Let's do this.
Okay. With Rory being able to disable the fence and, as I recall, also the proximity sensors, or at least a section of it, you are able to move through, leaving rather um, um, the rather incinerating critters behind.
Oh, that's right. I burned everything.
Yep.
I was like, I'm not dealing with this burn. Fucking carnivorous plants.
Oh,
Uh,
oh, I'm talking about these guys.
oh, those things.
Yep.
I remember
The,
we
the
saw
things
those at
that
the
we were like,
last.
fuck that shit, and the fence killed it.
That's right. I remember that. Yeah, no, those things can fuck off. I ain't touching those. I ain't dealing with those. If I have to go near them, I'm doing it with a freaking plasma sword.
Okay. So moving through. Uh, it's a bit quicker than the more heavier city urbanized area. As you're in a much more plant plant like going into a much more plant like area. You can think of it as kind of going into the equivalent of the countryside where there's still urban structures, but it's not as dense as that of a true urban zone. Um, it also it also helps that years ago the immediate area around you has been pulverized by occupational battle. Okay, so while you are making your way forward to where you've pinpointed the location to, um, are what do you guys have in the way of excuse me, like methods you are using? Because you're not being actively chased anymore. I take it you're no longer just booking it.
No. I imagine we want to at least try to have some degree of stealth. So we
Yeah,
don't
I can agree with that.
so we don't alert everyone and his uncle that we're coming.
All right.
I definitely agree with that. The only other thing I could think of is wondering if the our currently friendly Mandalorian
Yeah.
that we rescued wants to take the stealthy approach or go in guns blazing. That would be the only thing I can consider having a discussion about. Up to you. But I
We're
do agree that stealth would be a valuable thing to do.
we're certainly approaching something fortified.
I imagine getting a lay of the land before we, make an all-out attack or whatever would be wise. So
They've already shown to have perimeter defenses.
exactly.
Okay, I guess I'll do my job.
You don't have to sound so disappointed about it.
I'm not disappointed. Not yet, at least.
Well, the way
Is
you
this a...
the way you said that, it's like, I guess I'll do my job. It's like, dude, you built yourself to do one thing. Do your thing.
But no. This is more of I guess I'll do my job. I hope they don't disappoint me and actually make it worth the effort. Because scouting bases is child's play. Dimitri managed to break into a black site. This isn't a black site, so
Oh,
it's so you can see how he would be like, you just want me to go find a fortified camp in the middle of the woods? Oh, fine. It's boring. You know what I mean? Like, does that make sense? So that's going to be a search, because I assume I can't use tracking.
Yeah, because you so far have nothing to actually track, so yeah, it'd be a search.
I get to have Tandy, and then I assume I can just use my equipment in its fullest capacity.
Yes.
Cool, cool. I need more dice. One moment as I collect more dice. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I almost grabbed D20s. So it's gonna be 8 dice, 9 dice for Tandy, 2 dice for the binoculars. Let me double check if there's anything else important on the suit that I am missing.
We have the stealth. You have the stealth cape that might apply here.
This is for the search roll.
Oh, the search roll. Yeah, and yeah, it'd just be Tandy and.
Yeah, just some Mac binoculars and Tandy. Oh, no, and a motion sensor. It technically sort of counts.
Yeah, I can see motion sensor applying here.
So that's going to be 3 dice from equipment plus the 9. And just because you said that it does apply, I also get my sharp senses.
Yeah.
So that's an extra 4 dice. So I'm at.
Are you full on searching around, or are you being stealthy about it?
I'm going to be stealthy about it. I'm just trying to get my maximum number of dice before giving you the penalty for doing 2 things. Because I assume I have to apply map to this.
Yeah. In this case, yeah.
So I'm looking at 17 dice for my search, and my sneaking is at 6 dice. Wait, no, 7 dice, because Tandy also can provide sneak if I recall.
Yep, Tandy has sneak.
God, I have a lot of dice.
Yep. It's gonna be great when Super starts and we all go back to level 1.
Hey now, I can still shoot you with this amount of dice.
True.
In fact, I start with that amount of dice. It's kind of crazy. I didn't start with this amount of dice in this game.
Oh yeah, man. In supers where I'm not confined to a world like Star Wars. Not that I don't enjoy it, but I have a lot more freedom in how I design encounters.
Yeah.
To be dead honest, I wanted to vote Star Wars, but then I was just like, I get to be.
You were the third Supers.
Yes, I actually voted Supers over Star Wars.
Okay, I thought it was Greg. Because I thought you were the one who voted Star Wars since the way you'd been talking.
I initially did vote Star Wars, and I was like, I kind of want to play Punisher. And then I thought about it some more. I would have Dimitri dice at effectively level 1 the way we built the character.
Mm-hmm.
So, if we played Star Wars, I would not be anywhere near that. So I kind of decided to take the simplest approach, where instead of being really good at search, I'm okay at everything like Dimitri is at this point now. But I have Dimitri's search level, tracking level dice, in shooting you. Because that's just entertaining.
Let's see how it pans out once we get out of here.
True.
It was a really hard decision for me as well, in terms of like what do I want this, but I also want this.
Why am I not surprised by this roll? The commander can't hide from me, but God help me, I can't hide from others. Oh, man.
Okay.
I don't think that 39 is going to be enough. What do you think, Tristan?
39 should be enough.
I'm not going to lie. I'm actively, just because we were talking about supers for a moment while I was rolling dice, I am going to go find... Because I have the outlaw character in my quick access, but I know you sent me the character sheet for supers. So, and I know I downloaded it because I opened it and talked to you about it. So I'm trying to find it, but I don't remember when it was that we talked about it.
Well, I can resend it to you. Though I was hanging on to a copy just because, he's doing the thing we do in Besem, where if you hand in like a picture and some background notes on paper, he might give you some extra points, which means we could put some more points into stuff.
Joe, we kind of covered everything at that point as well, anyways.
Yeah, you just need to write it, commit it to paper.
Making me try to commit things to paper.
It doesn't have to be in like fancy format. It could just be bullet points. He just needs something handed in.
Yeah, true.
And there's a couple bullet points on paper and a picture of your civilian face, and that's really all you need. We got the rest of it.
True that. When did we talk about supers and getting that character set up?
I don't know. It's been a while.
It wasn't last year. Yeah, it wasn't last year. Template, outlaw character, no.
Okay, so you can do... Okay, actually, you were using the Pathfinder suit, right?
Yep.
No, I have...
Well, I mean, your suit has all the buffs of the Pathfinder suit.
Yeah, my suit has all the buffs of the Pathfinder suit, plus that fancy cloak we got from the, not stars.
Oh, totally stars. There's a thing, and if you had a certain thing, then there'd be a bonus that wouldn't apply. But you don't have it, so it applies.
He has all the bonus. He has all the equipment the Pathfinder suit has.
Yeah.
Well, I found the D6 Powers book that we used to talk about it.
Okay. As you're searching around, what are your two goals for this search, by the way, just so I'm clear?
The clearly defined goals of this search are to find the fortification where these bandas are hiding, as well as to identify any potential threats along the way there, as well as what is actually at the fortification. So that way we can identify a safe path for everyone else to follow, so that it's their job easier for them to sneak and position ourselves into a prime position to get within the base to get around the defenses that are pointing towards us currently. Well, not
Okay.
directly at us, but you get the idea.
Yeah. Okay.
Being a scout.
No. Looking around, outside of the initial perimeter, like offensive perimeter defenses, you are seeing signs um, of um, small, lightly lethal defense systems to less keep people away, but to keep encroaching plant life of certain criterias away.
Mm.
Which you are able to kind of note and avoid. As well, they certainly are there for not necessarily people. There's no reason to get detected by them anyway. So,
Yeah, let's not cause unnecessary trouble.
yeah. Right. Well, and so as you're continuing your search, there are as you're continuing your search, there are signs. There are
Word doesn't like open office, format.
No.
Word has been known to have formatting issues with
Okay.
open office format.
Oh, I can fix that later.
I'll just throw this in here for you to explain what I mean.
I believe you. I'm just.
I can imagine.
As I can imagine what it did. It's just that surprises me. It's an easy fix. I just can't do it while I'm streaming.
True.
Yeah, that's about what I was expecting.
You do see signs. It's incredibly spotty just due to growth and how recent it is. But there are signs of repulsor use, likely under heavy loads. Um, it's practically untrackable due to um, well encroaching plant growth, which has since been blasted and then encroached again, then blasted. So that's really messed up any kind of tracks there. But at least it shows you that there's signs of it.
You said it's basically untrackable, but you didn't say it is untrackable. I see your challenge.
Okay, um, go for it. I already have a difficulty. Go for it.
Well, that's going to go up to 10 dice from 8 dice to start with. Then Tandy puts it at 11. Then I get an additional 3 from equipment, plus an additional 1 from being Yappy. Because Yappy life. Which means I need more dice. And I don't need to worry about map for this one, right? Just for shits and giggles.
If you're upkeeping your stealth, then I won't need you to re-roll your stealth, but I'll need you to factor that in as something being quote unquote maintained for map purposes.
Okay, so before we're moving the 1 die for maintaining my stealth, I have I have 15 dice for tracking before I removed 1 die.
Ooh, okay.
I
This might actually be more doable than I thought then.
went up by 2 dice. So I went from 13 dice for just a plain search to 15 dice. Damn it, I'm gonna need more dice. Okay, I don't need more dice. I only needed one more die, and I already had that one. It's a shame I can't put this under strength, because that would just be broken. There you go.
Okay. You did not make the difficulty.
Aw, dang. Oh well. I heard a challenge. I wasn't being too serious about doing it, but it was enough of a curiosity that I wanted to try.
Yeah. The difficulty was 70.
I still have 10 character points. I can do it out of spite.
If you want to use up those character points, I'm not going to stop you.
It doesn't matter. I probably already found where we need to go. I just haven't found the tracks would just go to there.
Okay. Okay. As you continue on, as you continue on, you will um, be able to faintly uh, faintly see in the distance. It looks like the top of a the top of a fortification. Um, as you move in to get a better perspective, you will uh, then notice something between a large group of between a group of large trees. Um, the trees are admittedly dead trees, but they're still trees. The object you notice is a. There's a specific name for them. I'm unfortunately forgetting. It is a. Um, it's a sensor post. It's a bit. It's a bit less than a tower. But it is a. Um, it is a sizable perimeter sensor. Um, with with at least a range of those models where you can just kind of just by its size, it will have a range of at least 100 meters around it. Now you're not hearing any alarms. But you do see it. Stuck in the ground amongst some trees.
I will point this out.
Were you scouting ahead, or were you taking everyone with you?
I'd be scouting ahead slightly,
Okay.
but we have laser comms and PTP.
Well, people keep mentioning laser comms. I want to reiterate: it requires a line of effect.
Yeah, so laser comm only works if you have sight on us.
Fair. But like I said, we still have PTP.
Yeah, we have comms.
That is true. Yes.
Yeah, so you can alert us to the sensor thing that may or may not be giving off a silent alarm right now.
Which I would very clearly indicate as a possibility.
Which we can look into without a Rory.
Can we?
I have a baby reset, and both baby reset and my helmet have comm scanners.
Mm.
If it's giving off a silent alarm, we can find out.
Yeah, and that would be a pretty quick way to find out too.
I think comm scan gives a bonus, but let's double check. Plus 1D to search, plus 1D to search, plus 1D to search, plus 2D to search, plus 1D. Plus 1D to monitor communications.
It's okay. We just have
Yeah.
equipment up the ass that just gives us everything we ever want.
Well, I've spent a lot of money and time on that.
Yes, yes, you did.
And we, in theory, have an idea of what frequencies to look at, too, because Mandos.
Okay. It is a. It is a simple message. The perimeter breach.
Yep. So, yep, they now know something's here. Not necessarily us, but they know something's crossed the perimeter.
Probably from us breaking their fence.
Dimitri, with that incredible search roll from before, I'm not going to ask you to roll again to notice this. You see a series of. With that roll, I'm going to have to give you an exact number.
You don't have to sound so disappointed about it.
I know, right? It's like, I have to give you that number.
A volley of 27 objects being arc launched from the fort.
Wow,
To where?
They take perimeter security very seriously.
From the fortification in the distance you saw.
No,
See,
no. To where?
To where? Do you want to do the math right now? It's in your direction.
Well, besides warning everyone about this, I will attempt to do the math.
I assume that's a dodge roll.
Make a to do the math. Make a scholar roll.
What is that based under?
Knowledge.
Yeah, scholar would be knowledge.
Tandy, save me.
You. You could also, considering your gauging stuff, I will also allow a search roll to kind of eyeball it, but at that point you're not getting as precise.
I'm okay with Scholar. As long as I can use one thing. Because this is definitely going fast enough for it. Impetus. You know, the thing is designed to allow me to see these things better.
Okay. I will allow the Impetus bonus under the idea that it's giving you guidance information.
Because that's kind of what that does.
Yeah. So add the Impetus bonus to your Scholar. That's a... No one's ever thought of that.
It literally says, points out objects going faster than 10 meters a second to allow proper tracking to be able to hit it.
Well, yeah, but...
That would require you to be able to know where it's going.
No, I totally get that. And it makes complete sense.
So, I want you to know, before my power die, my Tandy dies, I rolled a 5 and a 4. My Impetus gave me a 5 and a 6. And I'm about to roll the power die, because I believe Tandy can help me with this, I hope.
With what?
Doing math.
For doing math, I think you might be able to get the Tandy bonus.
Yeah, Tandy's a computer, so yeah, you can get a Tandy bonus.
So I'm gonna roll the power die.
That's most of what she's supposed to be doing with the targeting is math.
So at this point, I have a 20 before the power die.
What?
I'm honestly impressed with Dimitri right now.
Yeah, Dimitri has a good head on his shoulders.
Mind you, half of that number is from equipment.
And say, yeah, he has a great head on his shoulders. It helps that he's plugged in probably the most sophisticated calculator on the planet.
Plus a military-grade targeting system.
Yeah, that's part of the calculator.
Okay, my total roll is a 25.
25. Alright.
And 15 of that came from equipment. I just want to say I find that entertaining as hell.
Okay. You are able to project the landing points. It is.
I mean, I already know the answer. It's not good.
It is set. It looks like it's going to. The items are spaced out, so it's going to be. It's going to be hitting. Well, how far away are you from the rest of the group? How far ahead are you?
I'd probably assume 30 to 60 feet, just so I can make sure
Okay.
I can, identify things.
Okay. What's happening is these objects are going to be they're spacing out as they're traveling. So they're gonna be hitting your area with um, depending on which particular one you're looking at, between 27 and 30 meters distant of each individual object. So it's more like an area barrage. With you being able to calculate exactly where they're going to land, if you would like to roll a dodge, you will be able to give people an additional 3D bonus, including yourself.
Roll a what now?
If you're wanting to roll a dodge, then you would be giving yourself, along with the others, a 3D bonus, since you're precisely knowing where these things are going to land. Though they are, again, rather spread out, so it's not like 15 items are going to land in your, in your like 10-meter zone.
Oh, I keep forgetting to mention it, but
Yeah.
We have a pool of 5 character points we got from our little minion groups last time. So, just for the record.
Oh yeah.
We have what now?
Our little squaddies that we send out on side missions, they brought back 5 character points.
Yeah.
How do they bring back character points?
They took down a forward observation base, which I'm representing affecting the enemy's logistics and ability to know things and general efficiency, by having there be a pool of, in this case, 5d6.
Yeah, then bringing back
The
5
party
character
can
points
pull
doesn't bother me. I have in the Saturday game we have a mechanic who built a machine that spawns character points every 24 hours. This is
No, I understand that. I just
they found a crate that said character points. I mean,
it just doesn't quite add up in my head. It's like, wait, what?
It's representative materials, not actual materials.
I understand. It just threw me for a quick loop there.
Really bring back a box of character points.
point is, we have 5 character points if we need them. I don't think we need them here, but
Yeah, I don't think we need them either.
Okay.
It's nice to know, but I don't think we need them.
Okay, is Dimitri wishing to evade?
Obviously, we need to.
I'd say better to evade and find out they're not firing in the right direction than do not evade and get hit in the face.
Well, I already know where they're going. But yes, I will do by power armor shenanigans. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I get an additional 3 dice because I did math.
Okay.
Then Tandy. Wait, no, I don't get Tandy, because Tandy doesn't have power armor.
Yeah, well, you find me a droid that knows how to operate power armor, I'll load the skill chip.
We'll probably never find one before the end of the campaign.
That's because they don't exist. Droids don't use power armor.
I know.
And then that was one of the risks you accepted when you took that when you chose to switch to that equipment.
Yeah, I know. It's still worth it.
Okay.
And nothing will change my mind on that. I 100% think it was worth it.
I got no reason to change your mind on that. It's your fun.
Hey
As long
man,
as it's your character. As long as you're happy with the decision, I'm happy.
yeah, I have effectively a second life. You can't kill me immediately.
That's always nice.
And that's the important part. I can fuck up and I'll survive. I won't have any equipment, but I'll survive.
Yeah, it's a whole extra pool of hit points, basically.
There we go. Number 7 to roll for the NPCs. I didn't. Wow, you rolled real low given what your skill is. Forgot to add that 3D though. Damn. You call yourself a man, Weak. Okay, going behind trees, taking cover. Um, you'll you'll hear, and especially you, Dimitri, with your sensitive hearing, we'll hear the sounds of aerial detonations. So they don't hit the ground and explode. It's an airburst.
Burst munitions, fun.
The area is filled with a multicolored glittering smoke.
Probably that anti-blaster gas, but possibly not.
This back up, just so I am aware of equipment. Okay, cool. You hear the sounds also go. The same kind of sound also go off in the distance. The entire area is now again obscured with this glittering colored smoke. No damage appears to have been caused.
How's the stealth cloak reacting?
You mean
the thing we got for the troopers?
Okay, the ultimate camouflage. Given how it's designed to do to work, it's constantly trying to change the shifting color of the background.
Okay. So it's not shorting it out; it's just making it have a harder time.
Yeah. Okay.
set. Time to use those probe droid systems. But tell me what exactly we were just hit with. Or not.
Oh, did it roll meh on you?
It's an R5. Of course it rolled a 1 and a 6. I mean, a 1 and a 4. So, yeah. So, 14.
Okay, rolled a 14. Well, this isn't very difficult to identify. It...
Just enough to be embarrassing.
Okay, sorry. It is reading as effectively blaster gas mixed with riot gas.
Interesting combo.
It is not designed to be lethal.
It's basically designed to act as a deterrent to animals,
Hmm.
but also set it up where if anything more significant than animals was there, they could just throw a spark into it and suddenly large explosion. I am way too detailed on military stuff to know what you're trying to do. David, please help.
Okay. Yeah. So again, nothing super lethals.
Okay.
Been finding people who've been wanting to kill everything for too long.
Just to make sure, was anyone actually affected by it?
Everyone is wearing sealed outfits, so the riot gas wouldn't be affecting them. Because I was having to remember that Gin was wearing a
Pathfinder suit.
Pathfinder suit. A few moments later, you'll hear a bit further in the distance the same sounds.
Well, they're either about to blow us up, or...
I suggest we start moving.
Oh yeah, that was a given.
Okay. Okay. Well, you guys can continue forward. Given you, Dimitri, you've already spotted that. Your location visually in the distance before this more opaque smoke got in your way, so you already have a good idea of where to go. Yep. So Are people still wanting to be stealthy at this point?
Yeah, I'd like to maintain stealth.
Okay.
I'll
cool.
maintain it.
Cool. Sounds good. I don't know why my mouse is doing that. There we go. Okay. Feel free to make a stealth roll.
Okay, I have to renew.
Yep, because your situation's changed. Because you have opaque smoke in the picture, feel free to add, I believe it's 4 dice to your stealth. Let me double check that. Yep, 4 dice. Because thick smoke is incredibly nice to hide behind.
I don't have to worry about map or anything at this point since I already finished my search.
Unless you're wanting to intentionally keep your eye out for something, then yeah.
Okay. I already did all my searching to where we need to go to, so I'm content with that. I didn't feel like grabbing more dice. Roll 20. Save me, please.
Okay, that's a 42 stealth from you. Okay, what do we got here for stealth? Okay. Excuse me. Okay, so it sounds like you guys were just primarily trying to like sneak along the lines.
Mm-hmm.
You'll definitely feel yourself getting closer. At least that's what Dimitri can gauge. Um, can I get a perception roll for you guys, please? Sensor pods and motion detectors count.
1, 2, 3, 4, plus that. Plus that. Tandy doesn't give us just a perception bonus, sadly. Otherwise, that'd be broken.
Okay. Okay. What's with the aura? Is that a different Mandoa thing?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Dimitri, with your sharp senses, you'll be able to, uh, well, a little bit here, and also note on your motion detector, though it's very faint, that um, now you progress your bit through this prevalent cloud. Um, you are detecting the sounds of four individuals moving through the more lightly jungled rural parts of the area that you can't immediately see because of the cloud, because of the smoke cloud.
I will alert everyone to this presence
All right.
and give a rough estimation of where they are. If you feel so inclined as to shoot them with rings.
Um,
Or not.
to,
I don't know if you really care or not to do that part.
If we shoot them, they might realize we're here.
two, um, um, two west moving towards your south, two east moving towards yourself, meaning that they're not stationary; they're, you know, moving.
I'm pretty certain that they know.
They know something's out here. They don't necessarily know it's us.
I expect it to be that they do. Because I will be pessimistic. Because usually assuming the worst lets you survive the worst.
Okay. So, I think, are you guys continuing further? Are you kind of standing still to see if they're just going to pass? Are you doing a hidden third option?
I'm gonna let them pass.
I am for letting them pass, but I am going to prepare to ambush the ambushers.
Well, more when yeah, that's kind of part of my question. It's like, so are you staying are you like staying to possibly fight what's going on, or are you continuing on and just being aware of the situation? And it sounds like you're definitely wanting to prepare for some sort of counterattack.
We're trying to let them pass, so I don't think we can move at this point in time to avoid them. So I'm thinking what Tristan is saying is we stop, let them pass us, and then continue.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Okay.
So that's why I'm saying I am going to agree with this, but I'm going to prepare that if something is up, the moment that they decide to make it known, they are being shot.
Okay.
I am ambushing the ambushers. Because they probably don't realize that we know they are there. Even if they know that we are there. Assuming the paranoid version of Dimitri and expecting the worst to happen. Because, he's been dipped in acid, been spaced. been captured and resisted interrogation, been blown up multiple times at this point, almost got himself vaporized falling into a planetary shield.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Yeah, that one was pretty bad.
Dimitri he's seen things and he is more than willing to prepare for anything at this point.
Okay. In that case, since you're kind of saying there, the two pairs that were moving to the south um, are now at roughly 45 degrees angle to you guys. To to begin moving in.
I knew it. I knew it.
Since you especially mentioned you had a held action, what are you wanting? What do you want
My
to do with it?
my held action is to basically, as soon as they try to engage in hostilities, is to proceed to suppress them.
Okay.
Specifically hostilities. I don't care if they're walking around.
Okay. Well. Okay. Given the density of the smoke, you may be reacting to something in progress then, versus preemptively.
Well,
But
motion
gotcha.
sensor,
Say what?
motion sensors, and impetus might be able to help here.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, the two that are moving in incredibly quickly, because you guys have ears. Um, you'll be able to hear the ignition of the twin ignitions of jetpacks, which is why this is going to be happening really fast.
Hmm. Hmm. Cool. Cool.
Um, for since there are going to be some things simultaneously happening, this is going to be rather interesting.
Well, my goal was to suppress them if they tried to shoot at us or do anything hostile towards us.
Yes, but given the positioning, how are you? What are you planning on doing? Are you planning on suppressing the entire group? Or are you planning on suppressing the two people coming in rather rapidly?
Whichever group decides to act in a hostile manner first is this the group, because I'm assuming twos.
Okay, the answer is yes, because while I haven't described it, they're acting simultaneously as a part of a plan.
I understand that they're acting simultaneously, but one of them is going to start the shit first, and the other group is backing them up.
Okay, in that case, then, if you're not considering people coming in quickly as hostile, then you'll have two individuals at 45 degree angles from you.
And they're the ones that are going to start shooting at us. What are they doing? Because I said specifically hostile, so I don't see movement as hostile. They might be trying to talk to us for all we know. I mean, we're talking about not Death Watch, so I doubt that, but I have to at least give them the benefit of the doubt. You know what I mean?
Okay. My confusion is slightly coming from it sounded like initially you wanted to act preemptively, so.
No. This is a response. If they act in hostilities, I respond with overwhelming firepower
Okay.
to end the hostilities quickly.
Okay. In that case, then.
So if they're shooting at us, not trying to beat the shit out of us,
Mm-hmm.
then it's not going to matter.
I will need a a actually, it's not entirely even reactive since you're where they're there. I'll need a brawling roll from you, or a melee roll if you happen to have a weapon out. Um, given the modifiers in play, I'm
Is
just
this a fence or
what?
is this a fence or?
It's a defense.
Oh, well, I can roll dodge
Oh, that's right. You do the thing.
because I'm special. Yes.
Yes.
'Cause he is special.
Instead of doing some convoluted stuff, I'm just going to give you the net bonus, given what they have canceling some of this out.
However, it's a reaction, so I don't get to add backflip.
You'll get a bonus of 1d. Actually, no, 2d, because there's that there too, so 2d.
And as soon as I see them
So I get
attacking,
benefit of backflip without backflip. That's convenient.
but yeah, since they're being outright hostile at that point, once the initial attack happens, like I see them start to fight, that's going to be my target. I just want.
I'm also going to need a dodge roll from you, Dimitri.
I never. Are these happening at the same time?
Yes.
Dang! I can't just shoot the person
The
attacking.
the jetpack ignition for rapid closure of movement is happening at the same time as incoming fire is happening. Which is why I was like, okay, this is going to be interesting because there's lots of stuff going, things interacting with one another.
Cool. So that's going to be like brawling. You said a brawling roll? Yeah.
Brawling, or if you have a weapon out, melee.
Well, no, for you.
Oh, not for him.
Oh, they're just shooting
you.
it. Got it.
Because you're being shot by something ranged.
Oh, I'm being shot. Oh, dang.
You don't hear a blaster sound though. You you've heard this before, actually. It sounds like
It's
the
a rocket.
repulsor discharge that crows used.
Wait, what?
They're using the wrist repulsor gauntlet things that I've got.
From how far away? Jesus. My understanding is those don't have range.
They got a little bit of range.
They do have a little bit of range, and theirs may be modified. Specifically, looking at 6 meters out.
6 meters? That's literally within my walking distance. Damn.
Well, that's about the range I've got on mine.
I thought they'd be further away. If they're doing it from there, oh man. I'm gonna feel bad for what I'm about to do to them.
Oh, there it is. It's up there. That's fine. Not seeing it. Let it up.
Maybe stand 43.
So just not do it. It's not factored in. That, however, will be factored in.
Downstairs.
There you go.
Thank you.
But given that this is happening, and I know that they are now intently hostile, and knowing that I'm technically doing this as a held action / reaction, I'm going to let Invitas guide me. And Invitas says, fast moving target, shoot it.
Okay.
So, it's going to probably... Which one is... Where are the two that are jetpacking going towards? I know one of them is obviously Crow.
One of them's Crow, one of them's Gim.
Okay, the person going to have to Gin's getting shot the fuck up.
Okay.
I feel bad because they're probably going to die from this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7... Plus Tandy was 8, plus number 2 from that, plus that. Actually, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. 8 for Tandy, 2 for Invitas. This was a held action, so I don't need to worry about map. Oh, this is gonna be fun. I hope they were prepared to be shot in the face while they were flying. Because they basically became clay pigeons to me. You don't know what that is, do you?
Clay pigeons? I can make a guess, but I don't know specifically.
It's the clay targets that are used by skeet shooters in like
Okay.
sports, where they
I was
launch
thinking-
them up into the air and then the person tries to shoot them in the air.
That's exactly what I was thinking of. I didn't realize they were called that, but that is what I was thinking of.
No, thankfully. Anesthetics starting to wear off, so I'm now realizing how tight she wrapped it. And it's moving every time I take a step.
Oh, ouch.
Wait,
Okay.
something happened to you?
Nothing serious. I had some surgery for I had something happen where I got a cut or something under the big toenail, so they had to deal with that.
Ugh.
And it started healing funny, where the skin was trying to grow over the nail, so they addressed that today.
Oh, that's not too bad then.
Yeah, it's not bad, but with how tight she wrapped, it was the big toe, and with how tight she wrapped it, now the anesthetic is wearing off.
Oh, it's uncomfortable. Yeah.
It's really tight, and every time I take a step, it kind of shifts a little bit, so that puts pressure on the incision.
Yep.
So it's not bad, but it's really tender, and as the anesthetic's wearing off, it's starting to get more tender. So as long as I'm sitting here, it's just tight, because she wrapped it really fucking tight, like she's supposed to, but.
That amount of defense disappoints me.
So I'm just going to take this ibuprofen now before the anesthetic fully wears off. And by tomorrow, I'll probably be fine.
Do I see a pool there?
Yeah. That's. You normally say pull before they launch the pigeons.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
It's a joke.
No, I get it now that I get the context.
So yeah, it's like right now it feels like somebody just stepped on my foot. So it's like, ow.
Okay, if you're legit shooting them versus suppressing them, add one.
Yeah,
plus two to
I'm just going to
damage.
shoot them. They went after Gin, so it's just they're being shot. You said add 1D?
Yeah, 1d plus 2.
Well, add 4, so my total flat damage becomes a 50.
Okay. 50. Oh, I didn't factor that.
I'm sorry, you said your damage is 50?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're not playing around.
Okay.
Hey, they attacked Gin from an ambush.
Mm.
And I very distinctly know Mando rules. It's you just shoot them, and if they surrender before they're dead, then that's fine. But if they end up dying in the middle of battle, it's whatever.
Yeah, you don't have any promises to Sky you're having to dick around with.
Sky could fix the problem,
If she was
probably.
here. If she was here.
If she was here, then I'd probably make a little bit more of an effort.
I'm not
Actually-
judging.
Actually, no. At this point in time, no. This is purely muscle memory. Just target, bam. Ow. Ooh, I hit that person in the. Ooh,
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
not
think they
judging.
get up from that.
Actually, they very well get up from that if their armor's as good as mine.
Fair. But at the very least, it's going to make them reevaluate trying to target someone.
Yeah, they are going to be aware they've been shot and that, we are not fucking around.
Because that's amount of, because that's a very terrifying amount of. You fucked around and found out the hard way. Because even if they survive it, it's going to hurt.
Okay, provided this appears. There we go. Crow, there will be an arm that wraps around you.
Oh, cool, that arm can get electrocuted.
because of how close they are, you can see them because they're in your face. I put the picture in the Roll20 chats.
Janet? No.
Uh,
It is the arm of a Mandalorian.
Oh, duh! So my opportune shot did not go off. Obviously, I did not defend myself, but they still get to deal with the stun cloak.
Yep.
watch them just fail their soak. They get past your defenses. They touch you. They crumple down to the ground unconscious.
Wouldn't be the first time.
This first roll is going to be from for the one that Dimitri is shooting. The second roll is going to be the one that your stun field is getting. I hope it rolls well. I hope it rolls well.
Which one?
Yes. Because their skills I don't have issue with. Roll20 and the stats I'm using for their armor I may have a little bit of an issue with.
Do they have the shitty Imperial version of Mando armor?
I don't think so.
No.
Because you know what I'm talking about, the Disney version of the shitty armor they get.
That was still in theory made of the same stuff.
I thought it was technically worse.
No, it just looked stupid. It was made of the same Beskar.
Oh. Because you know what I'm talking about in the Rebels, where they
Yeah,
just...
the thing where they use the Boba Fett concept art.
Yeah, it's just... Ugh. That is... Why did he roll physical?
Well, there should have been an energy in there as well.
It's not listed. I mean, even if that was the
that's
same
why.
result, that's still not good. That's 18 damage.
Well, if he has hit points, he's okay. If he doesn't have hit points, he's dead.
Yeah, and there's the difference there.
Even if he has hit points, that's a lot of damage.
Why is that rolling a 0?
I'm okay with this. Take 50 points of damage.
Oh, because there's a plus.
I'll take the 0. Don't worry. He just dies. Or be almost dead. I hope it just dies, because I only have 29 HP. I feel squishy now that I think about it. How much HP does Crow have?
50?
God, I feel so weak.
Well, you weren't exactly intended to go front line when we first built you.
You feel the squish.
And you have, neglected your stamina.
I have, but I made up for it with power armor.
Yeah,
so...
that's like, you've got other things. It's just, Crow happens to have stamina.
Which is fair. I just found it funny. I was like, wait, what? You have how much HP? Oh.
All the HP.
I feel suddenly very inadequate and not safe. Then I remember, I have second life power armor, basically.
Yeah, I only have 50 hit points.
Only 50 hit points.
Hey, compared to some of these other D6 characters I've rolled, only 50 hit points.
I know,
I'm less than half a Dakin.
Well,
Less than half a Dakin?
It's fair to compare yourself against a Dakin.
Yeah, Dakin's got 111, 112.
Damn.
I think that's funny. My Supers has 200.
Well, yeah, but I don't think it's necessarily fair to compare super stuff to Star Wars stuff.
Oh, we actually never rolled my HP for this character.
No, because I was waiting to see if you were going to put any background points towards your hit points. Or your stamina, or your strength, or, any number of other things.
Oh, that's right. We never actually went over that. We kind of had a general idea of the background.
Yeah.
But we never actually
I was waiting for
determined
you
that
to,
stuff.
Again, commit some things to paper.
Ah, man. We'll have to do that.
I don't have to help you with that. You can do bullet points all by yourself.
No, I'm talking about, like, rolling all the dice and everything and, like, figuring out the points. Because I don't know... Like, I understand writing a background.
Oh, you
like,
want to use the life path generator thing.
Ah.
Okay, well, I don't even have to help you with that. You know how to do that. I just have to hand you the right life path generator.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, we can talk about that later then.
versus now that this is working. Versus the stun energy 24. What was your shocky shock? 17.
But that's what it says.
No,
Yeah.
stun 18.
The stun is 18 for the dodge.
Yeah, my cloak is 18. Yeah.
Okay. So you hear the discharge as you are taken up into the air.
Oh.
Jetpack.
Okay. Oh no! Please don't fly with me.
You have they've taken you up high enough that you have breached the top of the smoke cloud. So now beneath you, there's this heavy, glittery swirl mist. In the distance, you are able to see you're able to see the fortress. Well, what was left of the fortress? And there is now a blue shimmer around it.
Oh, cool! They got their shields up.
Cool, cool. Also, I'm pretty sure in this glittery smoke, there's certainly an E-web going off.
Yes, there is. As your blaster bolt shreds through the prismatic material.
Oh, I did 25 damage to him? Ooh. That's painful.
The person you shot goes kind of partially off course from your head. I have 86 here, high or low.
Can I just say middle?
Apparently, that's not an option.
If you say middle, I'll count it as 4, and thus it'll be high.
Sure.
Okay, roll 3. I was rolling to see if he was going to get knocked off course into a tree. Which would have been a whole different set of damages. Okay. For the sake of tracking things, I will switch you over to the fortress map. Though you're not at the fortress yet.
That is a big honking map.
Yes, it is. And I see suddenly we have a sky.
Well, I don't think David was sure whether I brought her or not, so he just put her on the map.
Yeah. If you didn't, I'm looking right now. Because they fight in pairs. So.
Usually, yeah.
Which is fair. Oh man, I already got him severely wounded? Damn. I enjoy this already. Dimitri the Black Cannon has begun.
Oh, I forgot the Yossos here. Okay. Let me bring up her sheet then, damn.
Actually, I just realized something. Would it end up increasing my strength stat, increase my HP?
Yep.
Yeah.
So if I increase it by a +1 pip, does it just increase it by 1 then?
No, you have to go up a whole die.
Yeah. Well, rather your stamina has to go up a whole die.
Mm-hmm.
Ah, so nothing's changed yet. Got it. Just wanted to make sure, because I remember increasing my strength once.
Okay, you should be able to input initiatives.
Hey, Commander, I see they have elected death. Am I allowed to enact death now?
Well, I mean, it is technically why we came here.
I don't
I
know
thought we
why
were going to
they
try to befriend them.
rolled so damn well.
But since it's death, do you care if I shoot missiles at you?
Yeah, I care a little bit if you shoot missiles at me.
What, you can't dodge missiles?
Not while I'm currently grappled.
Oh, you're grappled? Oh. I guess I can't shoot missiles at you today.
There's plenty of other targets.
You're not wrong.
Okay. Um, the person that's grabbing you, Crow, you'll hear a huh.
See, 4 targets?
Yeah, one's grappled you, the other three are ground level.
I would like to say I am saying this loud enough to make it known that they are about to be hit with missiles. A lot of
I count
missiles.
other Mando as light training, probably.
Yeah. Ah. You're an impressive shot, I'll grant you that.
Well, don't move quickly. You'll just make the job easier.
The fact that you're so heavily armed says you came looking for trouble.
Trouble tends to find me, so I prepare to be able to deal with trouble. And then look, trouble decided to find me. And I am prepared to deal with it.
Apparently, you didn't see the fence.
There wasn't a fence when we went through it.
Uh-huh.
Lava creatures tend to make things disappear in lava. Because that thing was just totally like lava, right?
I mean, it had skin. It wasn't like elemental or anything.
It looked like a freaking lava monster. Just coated in lava. Okay, I wouldn't call it that. I'm at least smarter than that. But you get the idea.
We'd know if our fence went out.
None of it only just recently happened.
I realize you probably can't see the smoke, but you're dealing with a Mandalorian. We're a bit more than muscle.
Yes, and I'm currently dealing with 2 of them on a daily basis, or near daily basis for one of them at minimum.
Really? Wasn't that interesting?
It can't be. Oh, I'm actually first. I didn't realize I was first.
Yep.
Hold up, I'll actually roll some dice. So one of them is holding on to Khan. He's in the air. You have the 2 in the distance. plus the one that's somewhere nearby because I shot him, and he missed his target.
Yeah. Oh wait. Yep. Yep. You were just barely not hit by the repulse. I do actually
So
need to roll that for.
so the guy I shot, how close is he?
He's still the 6 meters away. He didn't move as a part of the plan since he'd been, you know, there a bit.
Well, he's the one that jumped again. That's the one I shot.
Yeah, the one that jumped again. Oh, how far away is that guy? Oh,
Yeah, how far is that guy?
Given the miss aim, 30 meters. Burton was able to dodge that.
I'm glad he has a dodge. I hope that dodge actually applies to what I'm about to do to him.
Oh, that was Burton's dodge for the repulsor shot earlier. Remember, there were 2 repulsor shots.
Hmm. So that is that. That's going to be 9D plus 1 plus 10D plus a 10D. I'm going to attack him once. I'm going to perform a dodge. So that minus 2D. Cool.
So who are you hanging out with? House Cast?
I can't actually answer that question because I never actually went into that much detail with him.
You've heard him introduce himself several times.
Huh.
Well, I don't know how much you want to be having me give away to them. Because I know you're House Rin. But I don't know what your default is. You don't like being called Crow in front of people that are not us. You like being called Commander or Khan.
Anytime we've talked to Amando, he's introduced himself.
I still like Crowmander, but I understand why he doesn't want it to be used.
So, okay, you've actually said it every time we've been near a Mando.
Yeah.
And I was there for every single time but one. Okay. Yeah, I'd say it. Screw it, I'd say it. It'd be House Rin. And in silence.
From outside the system?
He's been in system for a while at this point.
At this point, I don't even know if you're going to shoot or not, because...
Oh, no, I'm not shooting. I am jetpacking into this guy's face that I shot earlier, and proceeding to punch him at the speed of jetpack.
At the speed of jetpack.
So that's going to be 3 dice plus 5 dice plus this. And... I will use my item interaction to put away the E-web. I am distinctly saying this.
Yeah. Well, just... Unless you're dropping it, it's not exactly a free interaction.
I mean, I have back points, so I just drop it. It connects to the armor. But yeah, guy I shot's being punched really hard. One, two, three, 4, 5, 6. Put those over there. That is that. This is my dodge roll, which is going to be at this. I assume, even though I am going faster than 10 hexes in a round, I can't take advantage of impetus.
Yeah, you can't take advantage of the impetus for that.
I just wanted to make sure, because it just says target has to be moving faster more than 10 hexes in a turn. The target's not moving, but it's moving relative to me. That is because I'm moving. Because, relativistic physics.
Yeah. Okay. It is a little bit difficult, just because you're having to use your impetus and other gear to effectively see through the smoke. But that is a 38. Let's see. Okay.
He really paired the 52? Damn.
I would like to say that the S part of S Commando does not mean rookie.
I am sad. I guess I have to go back to shooting him now.
uh, um, 1 moment. Your period. You do see a little bit of a glow from a small. It's a small buckler-sized glow. I'm not sure if crows actually use that.
Yeah, I've used the energy buckler
Oh,
before.
he's used it.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what this thing is.
Okay. And it like aided him with deflecting your excuse me, with deflecting your movement. However, there's gonna be a thing. It's gonna be fun.
He's trying to use martial arts against me. God damn it.
With following the deflection,
Punch me, I dare you. Do it!
it is not a punch.
Oh, I just realized something. I was off by 2 dice for my brawling. Because I did not include my power armor.
Oh.
It's not enough to matter.
Oh, okay.
Because it would have only made it a 46, but... Because I'm not going to spend character points after I know the result. Because that's just being mean.
Oh no, the hit roll rolled a 1. But not that, not a 4. Okay, I mean not a 6. Okay, that brings it down to 30, so, okay.
He doesn't even hit me with that. Because his opportunity shot was a 7.
Nope, he had to roll to get the maneuver off.
Oh, that was, the 17 was his, okay.
Yeah. So there's everyone was hit. Okay. You are hit.
Cool.
With the power of a wrist rocket.
Ooh, that could be bad.
It could be, yeah.
It depends on the rocket.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I mean, I have 5D plus 11.
I said it depends on the rocket.
I have faith in my armor.
Like, if it's the ion rocket, I don't think you get strength, and you just get the armor.
Well, he should be telling me this before I start rolling
It
dice.
is not an ion rocket. I had thought about it, but there's no reason for them to be carrying them. So.
Well, they have a reason now that they see me.
That seems very short-sighted for them not to be carrying. You always carry the ion rocket.
Iron rocket's useful against anything.
Yeah.
Oh, they have a bunch of guns. Well, the guns are no longer working.
I don't think that's the thing in D6.
Well, well, technically, yeah, because any piece of equipment can be ionized.
Oh,
Well,
almost
any
any.
modern piece of equipment can be
I was about to say,
ionized.
if I bring a slug thrower, I don't think you can ionize my slug thrower.
No, because that's a chemical reaction. In fact, you might set off the slug thrower. Mostly due to ionizing energy having a positive charge. Never mind. I don't want to do the math to figure that out.
Yes, how do you feel about ionized plasma?
You mean blaster bolt?
Armor says no. Mostly because of power and ice. I want you to know, if I actually soak this, I just want the wrist rocket to just hit the armor, embed itself, and just sit there and sputter out. It's like, really? Did you just really? Assuming it doesn't explode.
24 damage. The rocket does tend to... It does have an explosive charge to it. That being said, if you want to just hit you and have it sputter out, that's fine, because I presume 50 is your circle
Yes. Yes.
Okay.
I had power dice streak. But
Okay.
I'm just gonna look at him as like, you have some defective equipment there.
You appear to be in a large suit of armor. I bet it's that.
The rocket didn't explode. I was pretty sure you were expecting an explosion. You were expecting an explosion, right?
I don't need to tell you.
Fine. I guess I'll just pull out my bow and shoot you with a bow.
What?
Also, can't be ionized.
Yeah. Well, I'm fine with joking around about it,
Yeah.
but if it instantly becomes ion warfare, that's no fun for anyone.
No.
No. I find it funny. I'm not trying to be serious about it. I don't have ion rockets to begin with.
That was just one of those of, the Mandos are supposed to be like always prepared and shit. You didn't bring the ion? Okay.
Yeah. Well, seriously, that's mainly because you generally don't think about it unless you're in the Clone Wars.
I am not disputing that.
So
That's actually a very fair point.
That is more Crow trying to wrap his, the player based on what I was reading on the Mandos. Like, I'm not saying it's implausible. It's just weird. It is noteworthy. Just like if the Mandos had shown up and didn't have wrist rockets, that would have been weird.
That would have been even more weird, and I would be like, even I would have questioned that one.
I mean, we're Disney canon, so it's possible. Like Sabine Wren took 4 seasons to get rockets, so it's possible. But it took her 4 seasons to get a jetpack.
That one, that doesn't make sense.
Well, apparently a jetpack is a rite of passage now.
That makes no.
We
No.
established that in The Mandalorian.
That doesn't. No.
It's like first you earn your armor, then you earn your jetpack.
But the jetpack is usually integrated into the armor. That makes no sense.
No, it's not integrated. It's a backpack. It goes on. It's a separate piece.
I still don't like that. It doesn't make sense. Everything that is a Mandalorian bounty hunter always says jetpack.
Well, the thing is, it only makes sense to me because up until now, outside of the books, we've only had a surface level of what Mandalorian culture actually is.
I mean, sure, but
No, a person who's like not like a person who's not freshly a Mandalorian, yeah, they should probably have everything.
And considering you have to earn each piece of armor, also, it's like okay.
And I wonder if that's just a Death Watch thing.
That could just be a Death Watch thing. I don't know. You know, because he had the helmet, then he got the shoulder piece, then he got the entire. Yeah, so you had to earn it piecemeal.
Yeah. Actually, my only question about that is that was definitely a Death Watch move.
Mm-hmm.
So, which is super traditional.
Fair. But yeah, yeah, that's everything I can do. And I legitimately going to say, okay, I'll pull up my bow and we'll see who wins.
Yeah, that's what I was like, what? He's like,
Why don't you step back for 10 feet? You'll see me pull out my large warbow.
Now, if we hadn't been neglecting the Zeskar, primitive weapons research tree, that bow would actually be intimidating right now. But
I mean, it's still five. It is still a terrifying amount of damage.
oh yeah,
That bow is strength plus 1d. I have 5d plus 1 strength currently.
I'm just saying it could be a lot worse.
Oh yeah, oh my god. If I had Zeskar tipped arrows, oh, that'd be terrifying. Why haven't we done this?
Because the research on other stuff like extra ammo and stuff took priority.
Fair.
Because everybody is using the ammo, you're the only one using a bow.
I don't even use the bow that often. I have to find a convenient reason to use the bow. Yeah. That's my turn. It's the friendly Mandalorian's turn.
okay. He is brawling in the. They both rolled ones. Okay. Wait, he's brawling. He's brawling in the mist. He's having a fist fight in the mist. So, parry sounds.
Did he go after a different Mandalorian, or did he go after the same one I went after?
He went after a different one. He after one in the one in the smoke. One of the ones in the repulsor blasts.
Ah.
Okay. Let's go. I need to do the math on that. Oh, no, it's supposed to be broken. Clicked on the wrong person. Whatevs. Okay, Yasna goes into the smoke in the same direction that Broken went. As you hear the sound of a hit and see a dim flash of light through the cloud of stuff. Did it hit the max? Damn!
Oh damn. I'm pretty sure that Mando is not having a good time. Even if he soaks it, I don't think he's having a good time.
Was a good idea. Just even like this, just so like yeah. That person incredibly cover. Okay. Okay, what is that? 10 lower than 2 on their health scale. So that person becomes stunned. And their armor is ionized, so they lose a number of their gizmos. That is a whole. Damn, those damages, shit. Okay.
I guess she has decided to redeem herself after being beaten by Dimitri in less than 6 seconds.
Yeah.
By defeating a Mandalorian in the same amount of time, probably. Maybe? No?
Maybe. Well, no, they're instantly down. I mean, if because these are super commandos, they actually have an HP pool. Or else, yeah, like your shot would have initially just murked the person.
Wouldn't a person also take a level of stun if they got injured that much?
Depends on how much AP they have.
Yeah, it depends on how much HP they have and how much you damage them. Because if you skip over the stun range, you're not going to get stunned. You're just going to get hurt.
Oh. Okay. I was wondering about that part. Because I clearly went over the stun range.
Yeah. That person was right after that person. So. Okay, there'll be the sound of possibly ineffectual blaster fire. Oh, it would have been modified by now to that. 19, not horrible. But the blaster gets ablates it enough. So, okay. Okay, cool. Mando. Yeah, there was a little bit of a huh. Not, now that you're outside of the smoke from the person holding you.
What's up?
What are you doing here?
Aim to check out you guys.
Well, you found us.
Was hearing some less than flattering things. Thought I'd check it out.
Okay. Who's the suit? As the person that's holding you.
Have some bennies, guys.
Okay. The dodging is going to be incredibly difficult.
I imagine that's probably more useful against other people shooting at me.
No, I meant on the guy who's holding you. Because if he's actually dodging, then to really effectively dodge, he's probably gonna have to let you go. So.
Well, I mean, he has to let me go. He's taking a helmet to the face, and as we've learned on TV,
It's like,
yeah, as we learned, helmet to face tends to make things go very different.
As I, for some reason, helmets are, ridiculously ineffective against headbutts and other physical attacks.
Impressive, though not against your roll. Add 1d6 to your brawling damage, please. Holy shit. Yeah, add 1d6 to your brawling damage, please.
And by brawling, you mean my head.
Yes. And also...
Plus 1d6, so plus 5.
And also, as for your shots...
I'm pew-pewing down at the guys on...
Oh, okay.
Because I imagine trying to, not shoot myself in the head while a guy's got me grappled is...
Okay, in that case then, how are you differentiating targets in the cloud? Because it's smoke. If you're wildfiring, that's fine. Basically, if you're just shooting where you think people are.
Well, you see, I could be wildfiring, or I could be checking my Soliton radar to see where my team's IFFs are located and shoot anything that's not them.
Okay.
Because I have a rough idea of where the guys were jumping from, and I know where my team was left, and I know where my team's IFF is, so
Okay.
I'm technically firing blind at the guys who don't have IFF in the rough zone where I saw the Mandos when I got yoinked. Does that make sense?
Yeah, no, it does. You're basically shooting where you believe in the day.
Yeah. Via process of elimination. Yeah.
Okay. Are you focusing on a particular one, or are you spreading your fire?
I've got 3 shots, so let's spread the wealth.
Okay.
Three shots, 3 guys, that works.
So that person's already done shit. That was not the skill I needed to look at. There we go.
That's convenient. Much better. I should put the second one.
Okay. Just a little bit. Just a little bit. So just a little bit. There. That's the one that was there. Choose that one. That was there. That... Ouch. Okay, well that's what happens when a one occurs. Why did a one occur with both of these rolls? These super commandos aren't being very super right now.
Those were in theory stun rounds, that one. For some reason I didn't note that.
Oh, okay. The rings.
Well, remember I don't shoot rings, so I'm special.
Oh, that's right.
I have my special anti-ring rings.
Okay, 2d6 plus 1 for one of them.
Plus 10 on that one.
Are you gonna know that, or should I?
But I can write down plus 10 if I need to.
Oh, because they're going to be very different for the targets, so they each have different defense values.
One second. Okay.
Okay, the second target is going to be 1d plus 2.
Plus 8. And the third target?
Third target... Two D plus 1.
fuck that guy, I guess. Yeah, maybe I should listen to this guy more often. Stun setting is so much more ammo efficient.
Mm. Let's see. Coming from above, Dimitri, there are these blaster shots. The one hits the one that you wounded earlier, and is slightly off balance just from the random aerial hit.
That's right. We literally give everyone jetpacks.
Yep.
Let's see, the one that we're getting, yes, now we're fighting, suddenly gets a second level of stun. As this shot just comes in. Oh, I didn't factor in the missed bonus, whatever. Okay. And the one that Gin was ineffectually shooting at suddenly collapses to the ground. Just gets hit, somewhat slammed to the ground and doesn't get back up.
Damn.
No, oh no, why? Why you roll that?
He rolled so well against the players, and then the NPC wars began.
No, this last roll was the roll against the relentless headbutts. Because I was dealing with the ground targets first. I believe your initial brawling bonus was a plus 10?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Oh, Lord have mercy. Oh, that's right. You set yours to stun.
Yep.
He didn't set his head to stun.
I did not.
Can you do that?
Well, I mean, I've got the hood of the stun cloak on, but that only works, on his turn, not mine.
Oh no. Oh no, let me check the gauge. Okay. Headbutt. Like is barely hanging on to you. Headbutt starts falling away. Do you want to headbutt him as he's falling away? Because he just seems, it's like one headbutt was obviously like a daze, like, oh shit. Another headbutt, you think you knocked him unconscious.
Oh, you one of the 4 brawling attacks to do a kind of like grapple to basically grab the front of his flak jacket so he doesn't fall to his doom.
Okay. Oh god! You're brawling so hard!
What? I know Beskar's weakness. Kinetic force.
He had hit points! Oh, jeez. There.
I must go. Somewhere blunt force trauma is happening.
Okay. Okay, now it's their turn. Also, this guy has ion issues. Okay, now the NPC wars have begun.
Damn.
I thought there'd be an aerial fight. Now you're just like, fuck you, head. Head, go!
I mean, that isn't a fight.
You are now more Mando than they are. They could not survive the headbutts.
And that is why I have Oricon.
Here I am, missing my melee attack after being able to shoot someone flying at stupidly fast speeds.
I know the basics of CQC.
Mm. Oh, 2 levels of stun. Let me factor that in.
Really?
Then again, you were also commanding yourself. I didn't have your command bonus, sadly.
I feel like
You do now.
And that is true. I have it now. I didn't have it at the start. Should we at least leave one of them awake?
I mean, you know, as long as they're not dead, they can be interrogated. It's
Did a roll just not happen? I think a roll just did not happen. I will roll that. There we go. Okay. There's some more sounds of fighting. In the heavy smoke, which unfortunately I can't describe because there's heavy smoke. At least it's not heavy rain.
Jason. Jason.
Okay.
Is that not the sound of heavy rain you were talking about?
Just all of it, all the rain. Okay. Oh, actually, no. I need to roll a different thing for that. Okay. You will see a gout of glow in the smoke. Dimitri?
Oh, look,
He's
they have
trying to
flamethrowers.
set me on fire.
No, they're trying to set someone over there on fire. That's why. Or else I would say or else I would say something like the injured person does this. That's in the smoke. So I'm just saying what you can see.
Over there has to look after itself.
As long as over here doesn't involve Gin being set on fire, I'm okay with this.
No.
Well, it's not a physical hit, so she'll probably be fine.
Fair. Because that's the easiest way to get Dimitri to try to murder someone very quickly.
Oh, why did it do that? Oh, because I have them clicked. That's not their armor roll. That's a different roll. Do I have that set to the token name or the character name? Because that'd be kind of cool. I don't remember how I programmed that. Anyway, I am rolling other things. Okay. Yasha was hit by a flamethrower.
As you do.
Which is all the fun, and that explains why a little bit of confusion, why your HP bar just vanished. Here we go. Okay. That person's unconscious, so they can't fight. That person is having all kinds of issues, and technically could not have done that. So let me default back to my brawling, because their armor was ionized. Okay, never mind. There's more sounds of parrying, and she gets health back. These poor commandos. Their stats look great, and I'm sure they are. But but I'll just blame Roll20 on this one. Okay. Okay, Dimitri, the one that you're fighting is coming closer to you, moving through the smoke.
I stopped in front of him.
Oh, you did? Okay,
Yeah,
then move
I
closer.
went to punch him.
Oh, that's right. That's right. Sorry, I'm having to track lots of things bundling. Okay, well, you being in front of him, he will.
We have an unexploded ordnance embedded in my armor.
Yeah.
Probably not the best place to be anymore.
Uh, okay. Okay, he is. He's injured and has a little bit of stun. Thanks to Aerial Man. Da da da. Okay. Which means I get to use the thing that I kind of like using when I want to try to make things challenging. Watch it not work. Because that's happened before too. Injury penalty is that. Okay, he's attempting to grab you, Dimitri.
I will give you a brawling.
No ones, no ones!
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Plus Tandy. Minus this. Cool, that is all that. Assuming that I actually have successfully defend,
You do?
I'm going to do a flip, which is a difficult brawling check.
Okay. Okay, you flippity flip. Let's see if the flippity flip causes damage,
8,
provided you can
9,
pull it
10,
off,
11,
which you likely
12.
can.
That's just my defense roll. This is the flip roll.
And I think it says something that you guys can actually, by the looks of it, fairly easily fight super commandos.
Mm-hmm.
My basis is super commando block from RPG Org.
Assuming a 46 allows me
pretty
to do
good
a
block.
difficult flip check to put him on his ass and take
Okay.
a potential 11 damage.
Okay, he's trying to He's trying to grapple with you, trying to get a hold of you. You flip him, boom! You hear a slight grunt, just from the impact.
Does he try to do anything else?
Yes. He pushes forward, kind of forward with his hands, bends a bit to try to kick you while he's on the ground.
That's 50, it's still 55.
Yeah. The 36 doesn't hit you.
I will use opportunity shot this time.
Okay.
Don't I get a bonus because he's on the ground as well? For shooting him?
One second.
Actually, no, I can't do opportune shot. I put away my weapon.
Ah,
I just,
right.
but I have other things.
So do you have like any built-in weapons?
I do. I'm gonna opportune shot him with the flamethrower.
Uh, yeah.
I can, technically, right?
Usually it has to be a blaster. I know David let me get away with the Grok, so quite possibly.
Well, I also let the other dude get away with it with a built-in wrist rocket.
Okay, then yeah, you should
So
be.
yeah, because the
Ah, yeah.
because the point of the move just seems to be like a red,
Yeah,
something
yeah.
you've definitely trained with.
Yeah, so yeah, you should be good.
For prone targets. Yes. You will get a 2D bonus.
And because it's melted into the power armor, it uses my power armor, right? Or does it still use the
No, you use the flamethrower skill because
and
it
that's
because remember it's
what
not technically mounted in your armor. It's attached to the bracer.
ah and flamer is dexterity, yeah.
Yeah.
With a 2D bonus.
1d6
Because of the current
plus.
situation.
I'm only doing this because it's reactive stuff and it's a little bit faster. What's the damage of this thing? It doesn't actually list the damage. Wait,
Um,
nope, there it is. I see it.
yeah, I was saying because I thought it was something that was pulled from the flame troopers.
It's the wrist flamer from the equipment book.
Huh. Oh.
Op check a 46 to see if I do it. Oh, I rolled a 1. I'm pretty sure unless this rolls a 6. Even if it rolls a 6, I'll still be good.
Well, your damage that was your damage was a roll of 1, right? You don't re-roll on damage.
No, the opportunity shot check for the ability
Oh,
for me to
okay.
do the opportunity shot,
Gotcha.
roll the 1. But even then, reducing it by 7, I'm pretty sure it's good.
Okay. Um.
Did I hit him with a 15?
Yeah.
Oh, he's on fire, even if he doesn't take damage till this round.
Yeah, he doesn't take damage this round. He just part of the ground's on fire. Part of him is on fire.
Cool, cool. That's ill.
Okay. Unless there is going to be something extra, I'm going to need a new initiative.
Already in.
I'm about to put mine in. One moment. No, I tried to put it in. I didn't want to put it in. There we go. Now it's in.
Okay. Round 2.
Round 2.
I really need to just
Fight.
macros or stuff. Okay. Okay, these damages are not insane. see how they go. Okay, the armor's actually able to repel that, but it can't get much more ionized than it already is, so that is fine. Con. Okay, as there's blue glows in the smoke from more fighting sounds in the distance, with metal staves and metal armor, and there's lots of metal going on here. Okay, so you're holding the guy so he doesn't fall to his doom.
Yeah, just kind of bring him down with me. I guess drop him there-ish.
Okay, that is the person that Yasa and Birkin are fighting.
Oh,
Just so that you know.
how about this guy?
That is the person that Dimitri is fighting.
How about this guy then?
That's the person you shot unconscious after Gin tried to shoot him.
Okay, well, that's have to be a kill stealing bitch on Dimitri then. Because we're out of Mandos.
Are you gonna use one Mando body to hit the other Mando body?
No.
Oh, okay.
Everybody gets a bullet though, and by bullet I mean stun shot.
The night.
Because thanks to Sky's training and Sierra's permission, I get free sneaks while we're in this fucking terrain.
Oh, really?
Yeah, she started teaching me that the shadow guard thing.
Oh, okay.
Where if it's plausible, you can get a free sneak.
Yeah.
And since they're fucking with obscuring the terrain, I think I get a free sneak.
Yeah, because range stuff is supposed to be at a penalty. I did forget that for one of the attacks, but okay. That would be passed by that. So plus injury and stun. Injury. Stun. 2d plus 2 to your stun. And 1d to your rolling.
That it?
Yeah. This guy goes down by 2. Does that actually affect his threshold some? No, he's still wounded. Okay, these other guys. Ah, okay. Actually, again, you see, this is why I forget to factor stuff in. Let me just factor this in right now. That still falls on the same kind of value range, so I'll keep it. So, okay. Looks like it's 3 blasts. Who's the third blast going to for a second guy, unless you're just re-stunning a down guy?
Right. See which of the two is less banged up. Ionization guy has no stun. Guy Eric's fighting has 1 stun, if I'm reading your symbols correctly.
He's also injured already.
Yeah.
Yeah, the person Eric is fighting
So,
has 1 stun. The other one has 2 stuns and a Zydust.
oh, well then I will double tap the guy with 1 stun.
Okay. He'll fall out. You still have those brawling attacks there. Do you wanna join in the 2-person attack on the remaining Mando?
Sure.
Okay. Versus. Okay, now that it's just. Okay, I know what we're dealing with here. The reverse incompetence.
Collective incompetence.
Yeah, the collective incompetence. Because now these soak rolls are off the damn charts, as um the the depowered Beskar is taking your blows. It must be a combination of being Beskar and being ionized, and it's resisting fists. Okay. Burke will say it's nice to see you've joined us on the ground.
Yeah,
Didn't
sorry.
take you very long.
Yeah, I got pulled away for a minute.
Versus you'll hear the sound of a vibroblade.
Uh-oh.
You'll see it's from Brooklyn.
Oh, okay.
Captain that. Oh, I would have had the one higher. Okay, the blade sparks against the armor. Ah. Dimitri, this ionized and somewhat staggering individual is somehow, so far, fending off Birkin, Yasna, and the Mando. It appears that with the downing of his comrades, his Mandoa spirit has become strong.
I'm just watching this where I was just trying to fight this guy, and then everyone else came in on this fight. I'm just going to sigh.
I'm afraid to roll for this guy. You're just gonna sigh?
I'm just going to sigh. And I can't persuade him to surrender because that wouldn't be Mando.
I say they can surrender, but it's unlikely.
You know what? I know what I'll do. I will pull out my nice fancy warbow that's the size of me, and I will knock an arrow on it and demand his surrender.
Okay. this sounds like an intimidate roll. If you're well, actually, there's smoke in the way, so you might not entirely be able to tell you're holding a weapon. Um, so are you being nice about it, or are you being mean about it?
I'm trying to give him pity before watching three very skilled combatants beat the crap out of him eventually.
Okay. Pity sounds like persuasion to me.
I am trying to persuade him to surrender and maintain his honor.
Upside, Tandy gives you 1D to that.
Give it a roll.
I just
Do the
was not
Super
expecting it to be
Commandos
my turn
have
yet,
willpower?
but I stepped away from my computer.
I imagine they'd have Katara, if not willpower.
Well,
I mean, I hope they would. They're Mandos.
the only reason they're martial arts
I know they don't,
techniques
because
is all
I know-
because I gave it to them.
Yes, I know that it's not on there based on the site
Yeah.
you took them from.
Yeah. Huh. Huh, this surprises me. I will solve this.
My persuasion roll was a 25. And I would like to hold an action to shoot this fucker with the arrow that I have prepared if he tries to punch me again, or me.
Okay, as long as you factor that into your map, you can go right ahead with
Yep,
that.
I already did.
Okay. I can't look up the term because they would not use that term for it. I'll have to do it the lazy way. Okay. 21. And he rolled a 6 on his power die. Nice. I knew you would roll well. Not well enough, but I knew you would roll well. Given,
He rolled less than my will. Persuasion. Huh.
given the situation, because Gin is going to attack. Gin's just going to go walk over next to her favorite Yappy, and I would say look at the situation, but really it's just smoke. But so the Super Commando will look at the situation, and even though he bleeds off one level of stun, he still has issues. Um, he'll disengage from combat, taking several steps back. There's like dents in the armor. The portions of the armor that have electrons in them are like still sparking. So he's being kind of glowy in the prismatic smoke. He will go. He will go to his knees and speak in Mandoa, which I'm not going to ask you to roll for. You know Mandoa. For those who don't know Mandoa, you can feel free to make a languages roll. I'll slightly lower the difficulty because I do believe Crow occasionally throws out Mandoan words.
Yeah, he does.
I don't know if you're the kind of person who, like, when you train people, you just speak in Mandoa. That's a little dickish, but I suppose you could.
You also have the 7D plus 2, I think it is, languages from Tandy, if you want to just use the subtitles function.
Oh, right, yeah.
I mean, I'm going to try to understand it, but I'm just going to use the subtitles as well.
Okay.
Just to fail-safe myself.
I was like, there's the, do I know this? And then there's the computer, does the computer know this? The computer has 90 plus 1. I was way off.
Shit, it must have a protocol chip in there.
It did. We found a military protocol drug.
Okay.
But in terms of me knowing it, I rolled a 18. In terms of the computer, I hope the computer knows Mandoa. It's a protocol droid chip, after all.
Okay. You will understand all but the last word um, excuse me. Um, it doesn't sound quite right to you. The last word to you is going to going to sound like to serve you, but that sounds really odd for a Mandalorian to say. For a Mandalorian to say, you can feel free to roll Tandy's 90-ish for it, but the rest of it you understand.
It's a
So
cookbook.
he'll go, he'll go to his knees. He'll put his arms at his side, and is more speaking directly to you versus the member of your team. Unless is the power armor fashioned in Amanda West fashion as well, or is it more clearly just power armor?
It's fashioned in the Maquis fashion.
Okay. Okay, but you're the one in the actual armor anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's the actual Mando. That's next to him.
I'm considering the situation. Considering you're wearing more proper Mandalorian armor, and seemingly this is your team, he's gonna be facing you on his knees.
I hope Tandy knows it with 90 plus 1.
Feel free to roll it if you'd like.
I did. It's a 38.
38? Okay. Yes, that would be enough. The to serve was slightly off. I'll get to that in a moment. I submit myself to the clearly superior force. If it's not too egregious, I submit myself to you as a bondsman.
Oh, shit.
Which, only to translate that, Eric knows what a bondsman is.
And that's to...
That's to you as being the seeming leader of this brigade.
Oh, shit. I'll take a bondsman, sure. Assuming that doesn't directly offend the other guy.
Birkin will look. Well, I say look. You can tell through the posture of the armor. He looks a little uneasy, considering the bondsman thing is more of a relationaire kind of thing, which he seems to be uneasy with. So he's not offended. He's more like, okay, this guy. Excuse me.
As I assuming you've got no problems with it, I will happily take him up on his offer.
Good. I'm going to pop this out for me, and I will need to make a note later. Okay. With that, everyone else is unconscious either through stunning or having the shit beat out of them.
Alright. So, how many more are you?
Was that a general question or specifically this guy?
This guy. I was like, how many? I assume this isn't everybody. And what are you doing here?
Well, as a boss, he has to answer your questions.
I know.
So let me make the most interesting subfolder ever. Bondsman.
Because it could turn out that this dude is wrong.
Okay. One second, I am doing some a little bit of background bookkeeping for 1 second. Knock that off for the purposes of this. Knock that off. Since he's no longer with our group, I popped him over. There's a oh, you guys can see it, but there's now a Bosman folder in the mobile cell.
Cool.
Okay, so how many more, and what are they doing here?
Yeah.
Okay. T- um, 12 more at last count, including the protector.
You didn't mention there's a protector.
Oh, is that the Birkin?
Yep.
I didn't know.
Well, now we know. So, why are you guys here in the Danforth system?
Okay, that's a bit broader than okay, cool.
And why are you here specifically?
Which one do you want me to answer first?
Let's start with the broad and work our way in.
I was sent here, but by the yeah, by the Mandalorian of the restaurant. I never know if I'm pronouncing that right. Of the restaurant to set up preparations for deoccupying this planet when the time comes.
Deoccupying?
The current First Order forces.
Mm. Oh, so we have the same enemy. That's convenient.
This fortress was to be restored and turn into a. I don't. Sorry, just with the Mandalorian, I keep having to keep around myself that is specifically Death Watch terminology. So I need not use the terminology given what's going on. The fortress is going to be restored and turned into a forging site for arms, armor, and other material. Though our current stores of Beskar are low, we will have to eventually begin using local materials.
Well, they're establishing a coven, basically. This one with the purpose of being a production site.
Tandy is estimating 15 more minutes worth of smoke cover given current winds.
Okay. Well, I guess let's tie up your buddies real fast and mute their comms so they don't alert the security that we're coming. Leave their helmets on. They thought, well, we don't need to emasculate them. I don't have to agree with them to, show them the proper respect.
Okay, yeah, you can time up and such. That's not a problem unless you guys don't have a rope.
Nah, I got liquid cable and shit. We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah, worst case, we'll get Dimitri to go cut some vines.
It's true.
Tell Dimitri to go do survival things.
Yeah. Say as they disable their comms and then time up.
Okay.
And I guess
It sounds like we have a common enemy, which means since we didn't kill these people, it'd probably be easier for us to make nice.
in theory, if these guys are who Birkin claims they are, they're not going to want to make nice.
Well, if they are who they claim they are, if they are who Birkin claims they are, they might respect the fact of what you've been doing here, but be able to at least work with us.
They may Birkin will speak up. They may certainly respect it, and given the situation, may even accept him and myself. But the rest of you would have to follow the old rules, which you wouldn't certainly agree with.
Yeah, Death Watch doesn't play nice with others, and they're even less likely to play nice with the rules we've been using. The short version is assume they're like us, but without the rules. So all
I
those rules of
mean,
engagement I've been asking, trying to train you guys to learn, yeah, throw all those out the airlock.
well, the reason why I was thinking what I said is the enemy of my enemy is my friend, and even if we have to deal with them later, no offense, it's easier for us to turn them.
No, the problem is they wouldn't want to deal with us without us compromising everything we've established ourselves as.
Um, we can't even make them just ignore that,
No,
ignore each other
there's
mutually until we
they're
dealt with the First
zealots.
Order.
Um,
Of course.
your bondsman will say, I I wouldn't go quite that far in the comparison, sir. So that's just my opinion.
Well, I mean, okay, care to enlighten us then, since we're only operating on iffy intel at best. Even Birkin here hasn't necessarily been able to scratch much beyond the surface from what he was saying.
I don't consider those who sided with the Mandalorian of the Wrestling to be Death Watch. Just as a reminder, by the way, I'm gonna put this up as a. Did you share Kern's thoughts?
Yeah,
Okay. I want just to answer some of the questions.
I say,
I like to. Just, it's been a while,
Yeah.
which is why it's like this could be opinion forming, which is
yeah, it's like, yeah. I want to know my enemy, Birkin. I want to.
yeah.
Okay, the
I
Bajur.
which is
So these guys are the Bajur.
no.
No, that's the ship.
That's the
Phase 2. Casting. Well, okay, Bajur is the ship. The vessel in air will loom over Danpor.
yeah. I believe when we discussed those thoughts, basically um it's gonna be a become bondsmen and join us or leave, provided they kick the first
Yeah,
order
so
out.
they're trying to enslave the planet.
Well, they don't see it that way, but yeah.
Yeah.
Um. Anyway. I at least more view it as a traditional bent on current ways. I have yet to witness or hear of the Mandalore of the Aslanir for sending in captured fodder, for instance. Though those who are captured are either join and are trained, or refuse and are sent off to where I know not. Though though the actually hostile ones do tend to not to not survive their hostilities. Those who do not make it in training, I have seen be put to work in other useful ways,
So
which admittedly still isn't necessarily good.
yeah. So it's either serve or disappear, which is distinctly different from what we're trying to do of giving the planet back to the people who actually live here.
Yeah.
That said, means they might be open to fighting, to a challenge for the planet. Don't necessarily have to gun them all down.
The Protector wouldn't have the authority to bid the entire planet.
Hmm. No, but he could bid his keep.
Possibly. Last word was the Mandalorian of Wrestlinger was to be arriving in the David cannot pronounce these Mandal words.
The Bajur.
The Bajur soon. I understand the lanes here are rather difficult.
Okay.
He certainly would have the authority to bid the planets.
Hmm. Well, we'll worry about that when we get there. Right now, we need to worry about neutralizing this keep and figuring out what to do about all the other keeps you guys have scattered around.
A more proper training facility was to be set up at one of the other areas.
Well, we can go over that when we get back and get a look at a map. Right now, again, we just need to get through the door. GM question for just curiosity.
Yep.
Is this arc intending for us to go to each one of those Death Watch points on the map, or?
I was expecting to go to one or two of them. Before,
Okay.
Before event triggers started happening.
Okay, so not necessarily all of them, but to hit a few of them. Okay.
Yeah. Depending on what you guys do here, that could of course change.
Yeah.
But
I was like, because there was a lot of them. I didn't realize this was going to be that long. Otherwise, we would have done a bit more work on this earlier. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't expect you guys to get the bondsman either. I was just
Yeah.
looking at the situation and everything. It's like, no, this makes sense.
Yeah, the bondsman, if anything helps because they can now clarify. It's like, no, that one's not important. That one is important.
Yeah.
We can actually, be a little bit more strategic. Trick is asking him questions that he can answer as a bondman without feel like he's being a total asshole and betraying everybody he knows.
Yeah, I do still remember the show where they will can get pushed to a point where they're like, fuck it.
Yeah. Well, part of that was not treating her like a proper bondsman.
Yeah.
I was like, no, I will treat you with respect, and I also acknowledge that these are your compatriots, so let's not put you in a too compromising position.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're not trying to make his life difficult. We're just trying to get an answer to be able to deal with things in a fair way.
Yeah.
As you may or may not have noticed, the forge has its ray shield active from the perimeter alert. The particle field projectors, part of the defense systems, haven't been installed yet.
So we should be able to walk right through.
Yes.
Alright. Well, you know the drill then, kids. Stealth time. Let's see if we can get a lay of the land on the inside. Anything you think we need to know about?
Oh, do you have Quinlan with you, or is
Yeah,
he...
Quinlan's still with me.
Okay.
Or rather, any nasty surprises on the other side that we should be immediately aware of?
The interior is patrolled, and the exterior is lined with tower turrets. Specifically, I know I don't actually have it on the
Are we
map.
still getting the 4D from the smoke or whatever it was?
You only have 15 minutes. By the time you get there, the 15 minutes would have elapsed.
Okay.
What he is describing versus what you're seeing on here. On here are the DF9 defense batteries. The towers that were at Hoth.
Yeah.
So there's a perimeter of DF9 defense towers. The interior is guarded, or rather is now, since there has been a perimeter alert. Protector Tenic does not work alone and has a companion much like yourself, though not of off.
Looks at Birkin as I roll my own. Rennick.
Tenic.
Tenet. Victor. As I, kind of cocks his head at Birkin as I'm rolling my own. Name ring a bell? It definitely doesn't for me. I rolled a 1. Kind of fits. I got my training and left as quickly as possible, so I didn't pick up a lot of.
Who are you?
I appreciate everything they gave me, but I was a little more focused on.
You're kind of on your revenge streak at that point.
Yep.
Birkin will think for a moment. Unless it's another Tenic, he's probably referring to Tenic Ren, which before this entire situation, I'd heard was honing his skills by defeating and or taming beasts instead of the normal vocation of becoming a bounty hunter.
Okay. Did I miss a memo or something? Why is it... Is this planet special to the Wrens? It's always a Wren!
By the way, I'm so glad you mentioned that. Guess what? Your bondsman is also a Wren now that the smoke is gone, you can see the...
No, I figured. If by virtue of the Protector, I figured the others were... That's why I was looking at Birkin, like... Okay, I know I'm new. Is this place supposed to be like some kind of ancestral holding or something? Why are all the Wrens coming here? I thought, well, yeah, we were on the ass end of nowhere over here.
This place holds no...
Last I checked, we were a small family.
This place holds no special significance that I'm aware of, though if one were to take over a place to launch a campaign for something, it would be a good place to do it. As when we first met, I believe I mentioned the Mandalorian of Rassilanier wasn't exactly agreed with by the majority of the Ren.
Yeah. Which is, again, why I'm all the more confused that, again, Wrens everywhere. I'm so glad you guys have taken such an interest in my family's ancestral home, but... Out of character? Get the fuck off my lawn!
Can you make me a body language roll, please?
Stop camping. Okay, body language, not linguistics body. Shit.
Yeah.
Oh, that you roll great on. 15 plus 6, 21.
Your bondsman looks like he wants to say something.
Feel free to speak. I encourage free speech around here.
Sorry. Support all the freedoms. Okay.
You don't get shot for speaking your mind. We're not the First Order.
I would certainly hope not. Not to offend you when he says you, he's looking at Birkin. But House Wren, in our opinion, is not being proactive enough. We spent so long being bounty hunters and finding our own way in the greater part of the galaxy that we don't see the proper threat that the First Order is. Wow, sorry, I was about to go into the China universe. They're not the Galactic Federation of Free Alliances. They're still just in the Republic. The New Republic doesn't sadly believe in their existence, and well, dealing with them would certainly bring a large amount of glory, enough to pull the rest of Mandalore and the Mandalorians out of this rut that they've found themselves into. That is, of course, at least my opinion. The Mandalorian of the last Lanier, I can certainly not speak for, though I am under the impression that there is something grander than what I've at least initially been told. My understanding is that the Protectors know more; they're closer to the situation. Which is why you got so much more when you were the mind of a Protector.
Just, kind of, getting cocked his glance over at Birkin. Have you ever had that moment where you kind of agree with your enemy's cause, but not how they're fighting it?
Only recently. I prefer hunting down cunning criminals and not family.
Yeah. Up until last week, this was also black and white. Alright, well, I guess we're about to go have a family reunion / argument. Which I guess these days are the same thing.
I am so confused by how this is happening and why this is happening.
I'm confused why it's all the same family. I understand the idea of Mando's getting involved because, like everybody else in the Disney universe, like the New Republic is stupid because they think the First Order is an urban legend. So they're not getting involved. And in theory, based on what we learned at the other place, this is all connected to the Gemini 4s and D1 over on his not Super Star Destroyer.
Yeah.
So, apparently this entire campaign has secretly been like a Mandalorian clan war this whole time.
Well, I mean, I don't know about that. You have legitimately been fighting the First Order.
Yes, but apparently in the shadows behind the First Order, this Mandalorian clan war has been manipulating the First Order. Not saying it's bad. It's just
What a
kind of
twist.
Yeah, I was about to say. I'm not saying it's bad. It's like just not the direction I was expecting to. I told the GM I wanted to play a Mando. He's like, "Oh, cool! I'm going all in on guys in helmets."
He's like, give me a background. I'm going to use it.
Like, oh, you want to be Mandalorian Batman? I can work with that. Here's Mandalorian Ra's al Ghul. Here's Mandalorian Court of Owls. Here's Mandalorian.
You really did do this, David.
And here we are.
So what? I mean, Mandalorian race can't just call you detective.
No, but I'm going to walk in and he's like, "Join me, inherit the League of Shadows." Cricket, cricket.
Maybe.
I just got Mandalorian Jason Todd over here. He's trying stealing the hubcaps on the Batmobile.
This means I have to beat him up with the bat. That's okay. We'll go to the armor if he's alone.
Anyway. All right. Well, let's. I rolled a sneaky sneak, so let's slip on in and
Oh, you did. Okay.
see how close we can get before we have to start dangling people from lampposts or something.
Okay. Does anyone else wish to stealth, or is it just going to be the con?
I mean, I will be there. I will support the con. Otherwise, I can't call myself a galaxy commander.
That's a stretch, but sure. No, not the Galaxy Commander thing.
Oh, okay.
I was looking at members of the Bat Family, and they're saying James Gordon is part of the Bat Family.
What?
I don't know if I would quite go that far.
That's why I was like, well, okay, they're saying Bat Family and allies. Okay. I put him in the definitely firmly in the allies category.
Oh yeah. It's like he's a close friend of the Bat Family, but he's not actually in the Bat Family.
He's related to the Bat Family.
Adjacent. Speak up. I know I'm a hunter and everything, but these people seem to be unusually perceptive.
Yeah.
She'll hop on Dimitri's back.
I'm not that big.
But you have power armor on. And if you can be stealthy in the power armor, then I can be stealthy with you. If you're going to be stealthing with her on your back, you're going to be at a 1D penalty.
You can probably handle that.
You probably can. I'm just letting you know there is a consequence if you let her stay on your back.
Dimitri's just going to sigh heavily and give up. Just let this happen. I mean, I have 6 dice in sneak before equipment. The cloak gives me what, 2 dice if I recall?
That sounds right. It gives you plus 1d under normal conditions, 3d if they're more than 10 meters away.
More than 10? Yeah, they're going to be more than 10.
So that's that plus Tandy.
Tandy!
So I'm looking at 10 dice before penalties. So I can totally do this. Though I feel like I'm being insulted, because even though I'm in power armor, I'm still shorter than most people. Because I mean, sure, power armor makes me taller. But it doesn't make me that much taller. It's not like I'm wearing an AV1A.
True. Though she's trying to get away with not rolling stealth herself. Ah. Ah, yes, I see. I see. I see. Well, that's unfortunate. Yeah, also will recognize she stays back at the tree line to provide backup.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8,
If that's
9,
where she's
10,
going.
minus 1.
In that case, keep an ear out for signs of this going sideways. And obviously keep your comm open.
So we are trying to sneak in, yeah.
I'm trying to see how far we can get while sneaking, yes.
Well, I'll be there with you. I will have the bow out this time, though, instead of the blaster, the heavy repeating blaster monopod shenanigans.
Because especially now that these guys all turn out to be family, the fewer of them I have to shoot, the better I will feel.
I have to admit, I think I know what part of my thing is with that. Is I'm probably because they're clan Ren of House Vizsla, right?
Other way around.
Other way around.
House Ren, Clan Vizsla. The Ren is the immediate blood relation, and then they are beholden to the House of Vizsla.
Okay, that's probably my mistake for why everything single thing is a Ren. Because I tend to flip those.
Mm.
Okay.
Well, there's my sneak. I think I can get there with you.
I mean, it's not a bad thing. I'm just finding it amusing. I'm like, wow, there's a lot of Rens on this planet.
Well, part of the problem is apparently I flipped it.
Yeah.
Oh, really? Wow, okay, their outer perimeter rolls fucking crazy. Okay, then. Okay, well, you were seeing the map, due to yourself and stuff, and the sheer power of Dimitri. You can look around the map to see what your various entrance options are, and I will be modifying that roll accordingly, depending on what you choose.
I would say probably the northern approach would be the best one. What do you think, Tristan?
One second. Okay. Said northern approach.
Northern or southern approach would probably be the better ones to do.
So you're thinking over there by that downed log, or using the staircase on the southern side?
Yeah, because the down log crosses the moat, or we'd have to go into the moat and then climb up out of the moat.
Is this something that the two of you are discussing in character as well?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
Your bondsman will mention save for where the pathing is, The moat is trapped.
That's good to know. So, slip across the bridge then. And if we slip across the bridge...
Yeah. Just to clarify, were you seeing like an actual path, like to those stairwells? Those paths themselves aren't trapped, but like the moat and everything around it would be.
So including the log.
Yeah, okay. So I guess southern entrance it is then, because that has the most cover / least amount of potentially dangerous open terrain.
I mean, I'd say technically the northern side would have the least.
Yeah, but the least has more ground we have to cover, and therefore potentially more mines. Oh,
That would be
you said east. Okay, my...
No, not east. I mean the north one
Yeah.
has the least amount of ground to cover.
Okay, measuring from the bridge.
I'm not talking about taking the bridge. I'm talking about going over here.
Oh, you want to swing all the way around the building? Okay.
Yeah, like taking the northern or southern approach.
Okay, if we're swinging all the way around, from what we can see on the map, there is more trees that have been taken down on the northern approach than there have on the southern approach. Because that seems to be where they're sourcing their materials, judging from all that debris up there. And all that downed debris will also make it easier for them to hide mines and other traps.
But if we take the southern approach, we have to be careful about all of... If we're not on the path, we have to be careful of the mines.
Yeah, well, that shouldn't be a problem for you and your searching skills.
They're going directly past turrets.
Well, either way, we have to go directly past turrets unless we just run across the bridge directly.
Yeah.
But the upside is that the southern route has more trees and other things we can use as cover from the turrets to be less likely to be noticed by them.
I will just do the equivalent of helmeted yappy eye roll at go find the mines.
I don't want you to find all the mines, I just want you to make sure we don't step on them on our approach.
All I've heard is go find the mines.
Well, that's not what I told you to ask you to do.
Yappy's hears go find mines so we don't step on them.
If you want to make this harder for yourself, that's not on me. I'm just saying, make sure that while we're sneaking around, that you keep an eye out to make sure we don't step on anything.
That's why I'm making the joke of you're telling Yappy go find mines, so that people don't step on them.
Yeah.
So must go find mines.
Alright, so you want to confirm, you want to find all the mines before you guys progress?
No.
I'll be here all night.
Okay.
That's a joke.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I am getting tired.
Well, we are coming up on 10, so I figure once we get to the door, maybe call it. Since that should be able to finish that in a couple minutes, in a couple rolls from you.
Yeah, if we can just keep it to the rolls, yeah.
And at that point, we can open the door next session and get just deal with the dungeon crawl or whatever. Then
I already did the stealth roll for this whole thing, and I just need to
check. Stealth roll, or were the same one still hold?
Since you guys mentioned going in stealthy and then planning what's happening, we can keep the stealth rolls.
Okay, awesome. It's just
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I'm
7,
8.
8.
23. Okay.
Yeah, Quinlan was not as stealthy.
Okay, and you're going to be taking the southern path.
That's the intention.
Only gets this amount of points. Defender, okay. Just hiding, but is over there. Okay. Okay.
And here's my search roll to make sure that we don't step on mines during this whole process.
For you, that is a good enough roll to prevent people from stepping on mines.
Basically, anti-trap.
Yep.
Yeah. Feel free to move yourselves to here,
To where?
because I believe that's where you're going.
That was the idea, yeah.
Yeah. As you are traveling, um, you your bondsman will stop for a few moments, and you'll be able to hear him say, "I'm just returning from the perimeter." That's the advantage. Him failing doesn't actually sound an alarm.
Yeah. Give him a nod of respect because he actually, didn't out us there.
He didn't honest, and he didn't lie.
Yeah.
Sure.
So again, this one is like, okay, he seems to be a decent guy who just is endorsing the wrong tactics. Which, admittedly, is purely a subjective.
It boils down to the argument of morals and ethics. Does the ends justify the means, or does the means justify the end?
Morals, ethics, and that whole do you actually believe in the idea of, war should have limitations?
So, I know where I place this group overall, but that's just my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
Since I do have them in a good or bad camp.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, as you approach, can I get a search roll from Quinlan?
That is a 21.
Okay. Okay. Cool. Okay, you'll be able to sneak around the path in the beginning using using the terrain to cover yourselves. With a bit of surprise, the turrets, the man turrets don't apparently notice. At least you guys. Anyway, there are some plants you guys can use and dodge in, and with Dimitri's skill, you're able to actually use the grass of the moat safely to aid your camouflage and your stealth when you need to. Passing the second turret is when your bondsman makes their reply. As you get close, you'll see still areas of rubble that, with enough force or given time, you could force other holes in there. You do see that there are positions as you approach, which are designed to maximize the defense of someone with, say, a rifle or a pistol. Basically, the modern equivalent of arrow slits.
Mm-hmm.
When you get to the stairwell, well, the stairwell itself does not have a door. It is clear that that up the stairwell there is a door that bids entrance into this place that is to be a forge. But by the look of Quinlan, it's clear that he can sense through his Voth senses that there are definitely people inside. Given what your bondsman was saying, there is also excuse me, a protector here, which, if the one at the forge was any indication, would mean that you're very likely up for a powerful engagement when the time comes.
Not if I sneak up on him with a cardboard box.
And you don't have to be a Yappy or a Voth to detect excuse me, the smell of heat, likely from the equipment underneath the forge's work. Be careful, someone might have a hammer.
I'm not worried about the hammer. It's the tongs that are dangerous.
Okay, cool. I wasn't quite sure how far we'd get. I assumed we would get inside the the Mandalorian forge facility, which you pretty much have.
Yeah, and we definitely would have if we, but we waited half an hour because Eric was shopping. So
Yeah, which is
we
fine.
had a slightly late start, and that's probably what you were accounting for.
Which is fine. Yeah, I'm not complaining. I'm just saying, oh, okay. You kind of give me my thoughts of what I was rejecting versus what happened.
We're also ending a couple minutes early.
Yeah. Yep. Yeah. So, I certainly hope the twist is interesting and seems to fall actually more in line to a Mandalorian story. From what I've seen, I think you've read more of the books than I have in that regard.
Yeah, I read all the Republic Commando stuff, which is really where they talk about the Mandos.
Because I would imagine, like, inter-house issues kind of thing is a thing that happens.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so I'm not actually playing this too far away from an actual Mandalorian story.
Yeah.
Though. Okay.
And usually it's House Vizsla does something stupid, or rather Clan Vizsla does something stupid, some other clan comes and shoots the fuck out of them. So.
Okay, so yeah, I'm playing the type.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Because despite being the largest, or probably because they are the largest house, all the assholes seem to come out of House Vizsla.
Mostly because of the arrogance that they will have.
Because they're all like, yeah, we used to be the Mandalore. We made the Darksaber. We did all the shit. It's like, of course you did all the shit. 2/3 of the population feels like it's House Vizsla. Of course you did all this shit. Or Clan Vizsla, rather. Because there's it's like 5 clans on the planet or something. And Vizsla's the biggest.
Okay.
So yeah, by virtue of the fact that almost everybody is Vizsla, yeah, you've done everything. And like all the shit in the Clone Wars. The Death Watch / Maul's people and all that. All Vizsla.
Uh,
The Mandalorians and shit during Revan's time. Guess who?
so all I'm hearing is, oh man, the campaign turned very Mandalorian in the last 5 minutes.
Yeah. Besides, it's one of those rare arcs where Crow actually gets to use his name. Because we don't have to worry about keeping the secret identity from the Mandos. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah. Well, I think I actually mentioned this months ago that I was really looking forward to utilizing the Mandalorian part of your background at some point in the campaign.
Yeah. And honestly, at this point, he's pretty sure, unless, the Gemini has kept their mouth shut for some reason, the First Order probably knows who Crow is. At this point, not using his name is more a matter of that way. If Crow goes down, somebody else can put on the helmet and we don't miss a beat.
Yeah.
The idea is, the Mandalorian is a symbol and therefore invincible.
Yeah. I don't
True.
know. I don't know if it was super obvious, but the one who grabbed it was like, "What are you doing here?" Was also a recognition of the fact that you have the Mandalorian reputation.
Yeah.
And they recognized that.
And the only reason he stopped using his name with the party was mainly because of Xandor. Was like, okay, we got the new guy. I know he's a shapeshifter. He's the new guy. We're paranoid of the First Order. It would be so easy for him to shank me in the back and take my face and start sabotaging things.
Oh, so be Terminator Salvation then.
Yeah. So the less I give him to work with, the more likely my team is to notice if something happens and I'm off.
You know what I think would be the first warning sign? Quinlan.
Mm.
I'm pretty sure Quinlan and Dimitri would know immediately.
I would like to think so, but I'm never sure with how Claudites are supposed to work.
Well, we've only seen them in assassin roles. So.
That's my point. It's like,
yeah.
And Crow doesn't know how Claudites work aside from the fact that they're shapeshifters. So it's like,
yeah.
I'm going to take what I don't know and base it around what I don't know. Meaning, I'm going to assume he can do everything, even though he can probably do nothing except take my face. So he doesn't know my face. Everybody else in the party knows my face. Worst case, he puts on a random face and they like take off the helmet. I'm like, oh.
Sorry, now I'm just thinking, it's Terry in a suit.
And well, his stats have improved. I'm pretty sure if something does happen, he does end up double crossing us for some reason. If he does try to take the armor, I'm sure the armor can take him because his strength has gotten better, but it's still not great.
What's the number? Oh, so heavy.
No, I just meant it would electrocute him, and by the time he woke up, somebody would have noticed he was trying to take it.
Hey, why are you hunched? No reason.
Because Mando armor don't weigh shit.
I hate to be the one to say this, but even if he managed to do that, I don't think he'll get very far for one very simple reason. He has to get past the fact that, sure, he can make himself look like the Mando, and he can put on the armor. But I'm pretty sure he can't take a punch from Dimitri in power armor like the Mando can.
And, well, with the armor, he might be able to. I only have 3D strength. Most of Crow's soak comes from the armor.
He only has 1D strength.
He got it up to 2.
Oh, he did get up to 2? Okay.
Yeah, he's been going to the weights.
And if you are punching him, depending on what he has on at the time, he's getting somewhere between plus 3D and plus 7D, depending on how much of the systems he has on. And then the plus 10 on top of that.
He might be able to take a punch then.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure he could take a punch, maybe 2, depending on again how many of the systems he has on.
Because for me, I do 5D plus 1 punching damage.
Yeah, then he probably could soak that. He's probably going to lose a few hit points and feel it, but he could probably soak a few of those. Again, I'm not saying he's going to do that. I honestly don't expect him to do that, but playing the paranoid character that Crow is, Crow has to allow for it.
Yeah, so I don't expect Xandor to do it. The only possible thing I can think of for that is the entire, you fall and I am the Mandalorian thing.
Yeah. And honestly, that's less the fact that he's a Claudite and more the fact that we don't trust amnesiacs, because that's like the easiest way to program somebody is to just delete their backstory. Then they have there's nothing for them to act suspicious with.
True
No,
that.
they're not lying. They don't know.
Yeah, so it's like if he actually had a backstory, I'd be less suspicious. I mean, now we know he had a backstory, but when we met him, like, I don't. He was just straight up like, "Oh yeah, I got amnesia." I was like, "That's a red flag."
That's red flag number 1. Now it's for red flag number 2.
You specialize in turning into other people. There's another red flag.
He's just bored.
It just did not get better.
What do you guys think of these super commandos?
Overall, based on what they were, able to throw, I like them. Obviously, the dice were not backing you up,
Yeah.
but on paper, they were a nice challenge. And it was nice seeing them at least trying to throw things other than blaster bolts.
Yeah. It's like, oh, they have repulsor stuff. They have flamethrowers. They have the whip cables I keep forgetting about.
Yeah, it was nice seeing somebody try to fight smart, unlike stormtroopers who were just like, "Yeah, I got point and click. That's my entire."
Man, I was impressed, by the way, by that shot from you, Dimitri. The one that instantly took the Mandalorian to wounded, like almost to severely wounded, in a single shot.
It wasn't that good.
50 some odd damage, man.
That's pretty damn odd. Good. Good.
Because they had 50 hit points.
And I did 25 outright after soak.
Yeah,
Oh.
Again, you did like lightsaber damage.
Hey man, you don't mess with Dimitri when he has a Clearly when Dimitri decides to have out the heavy repeater, everyone just needs to run away from him.
Which is most of the time.
It's not most of the time, it's only half of the
The
time.
repeater's your default weapon for most missions.
You're not wrong.
Ergo, most of the time.
I tried.
There's nothing wrong with that, especially now that they made the repeater even more portable than it used to be. It's just you can't argue that it's like, no, what do you mean it's not most of the like, no, that's your default sidearm, just like Crow's pistol is his default sidearm.
Like, I want to say no, but I just can't.
It's like, you're the heavy. In terms of, like, infantry.
Yeah. I want to say no, but there is no no.
I'm going to need to look at another book for it, but for when you want to do jetpack assisted things, I need to double check the rules for it. But I'm going to want to in the future give you the option to turn it into a charge